CIA is an espionage intelligence gathering tool. Espionage is illegal everywhere. Everywhere. Espionage is illegal inside the United States.
Right. So when you go kill bin Laden in Pakistan, technically that's illegal.
Completely illegal. The flight into Pakistan was illegal.
Right.
The U.S. troops on Pakistani soil was illegal.
Yeah.
Right. The killing of bin Laden wasn't legal. The taking of his body parts to prove that he was dead was illegal.
Right.
All that's illegal.
So like, because we talk to a lot of, ex-DEA people and people that know, we focus on the cartel here a lot in Mexico. And, these kingpins, high-level targets for the U.S. A lot of times CIA is, at least according to them, helping the DEA gather intelligence. So when they go snatch a guy from his peak in some jungle in Durango and fly him to the U.S., that's illegal.
Yep.
Wow. So the CIA does illegal all the time.
And here's why. So again,
do you see why? Wow. Call us all. Some people this might raise some questions.
No, I'm not calling anybody. I'm just saying you're not informed. You're not informed, and it makes sense because you're deliberately not informed.
Right.
Right. So here's how it works. The federal government has, I think it's like 23 or 26 intelligence community members right now. Yeah. So IC, intelligence community. Army has an IC component, an intelligence component. Navy has an intelligence component. DEA has an intelligence component. IRS has an intelligence component, right? CIA is the central intelligence agency. All other intelligence comes through CIA to be turned into a final product, meaning a final intelligence report that's given to the president every single day, the president's daily brief.
Right.
All of those members of the intelligence community they all fall under the executive branch, and they're all granted what's known as an executive authority. That executive authority means this is the law of the land, but you, DEA, do not have to follow this law. You, FBI, do not have to follow this different law. You, NSA, do not have to follow this other different law. And of course, you, CIA, don't have to follow this other different law. So no one agency is granted leniency against the laws, but every agency is given a different presidential authority that prevents them from being prosecuted under the U.S. law for acts that support national security in that way.
That's incredible.
People don't realize this.
So
it's in the law. If you're willing to read the law. Right?
So in the law, the president can give you permission to break the law.
Correct. Just like the president can grant people amnesty. They can they can say, hey, you committed a crime. The court system found you guilty.
Right.
You're good now. Wow. The president has that authority. So CIA, the carve out for us is being able to collect foreign intelligence secrets through clandestine means, which means stealing secrets. Yeah. We can steal secrets from anywhere in the world if that secret applies to a foreign power posing a threat to the United States. Homeland Security or Border Patrol. Yeah. Border Patrol has a carve out. They are literally allowed to clone all of your information at the border. Right. Anybody's information at the border. Right. Right.
So if you're crossing the border, they can use whatever
their authority,
high tech, to steal all your information.
Steal everything. Right.
Wow.
All they have to do is be able to tie that what we call a cloning or a grab. Yeah. They just have to tie that to a national security threat, right? Which is why foreign terrorist organizations like ISIS that recruit American citizens, that's why those American citizens can still get caught. Right. Because even though they're American citizens, they have the right to privacy and the right to everything else. If they can be tied by the court system to a terrorist organization, then that meets the authority criteria for Border Patrol to scrub their data and then be like, oh, this actually this person is working on behalf of Al-Qaeda, ISIS, Hezbollah, you name it.
So your carve-outs at the CIA were mostly stealing or grabbing of foreign intelligence.
Correct.
Can you explain that a little bit more, like what that means?
So what that means is, let's say that there's a terrorist operation that's being created out of the Middle East, right? Let's just say that, even better, let's go to Europe. Europe's an easier one. Let's say there is a terrorist extremist in France who's planning an attack in New York. France is an ally to the United States. Right. To collect secrets, to steal secrets out of France means that you're stealing secrets from an ally. But inside of France, there's this terrorist extremist. So you want the secrets from that extremist. Right. So you're going to essentially infiltrate France
Mm-hmm.
to then steal secrets from this extremist so
Right.
that you can keep New York safe.
Yeah.
Totally legal for CIA
Yeah.
to carry out that kind of act because it supports national security under the authorities granted by the president to CIA.
Yeah.
If FBI were to try to do the same thing, they'd be breaking
see.
international laws.
Right.
So even if France caught us stealing secrets from extremists inside France, which happens all the time, it's called a flap. Something called an intelligence flap. When an ally catches you stealing secrets inside their own country. When a flap happens, it turns into a diplomatic issue. Hopefully it stops as a diplomatic issue. This ambassador slaps the hand of that ambassador
I see.
who tells the president, hey, the French ambassador in DC is upset
Right.
because the American ambassador in Paris got his hand slapped by the French president.
Why not just ask France, the ally, for the information?
Because you never know if the ally is helping the threat.
So fresh on me.